Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and I just wanted to show you a card that I made. I used the CC Designs Rose stamp, and that's her name right there and the number. I got her from Art Attack Supply from Traci. And what I did was I collared her up with my Copics, and as you can see, she's a lot bigger than what I used. I trimmed off her flowers and the bottom part of her dress and used her to fit in a stocking that comes from the Magnolia Doohickey Collection Volume 2, and then the little package comes from the Magnolia Doohickey Collection Volume 5, which I also got at Art Attack Supply. I'm not sure if Traci has any more of these in her store, but you can go look. She has a section called Doohickey Clubs, I think, called Doohickey Club. But even if it's not there, if you send her an email, she will, if she can get it in for you, she will. She's amazing at that kind of stuff. And let's see, what did I do? I collared her up with my Copics, and I chalked her cheeks with my Stampin' Up! Chalks. I used the Uniball white Signo gel pen for the dots in her eyes, the little heart on her dress, and in her hair. And I'll zoom you in here in a minute so you can get a closer look. I did a 6x6 card base, and this designer paper back here is from Stampin' Up! It's called Everyday Enchantment, which to me it looked like vintage wallpaper, which is kind of what I was trying to go for, like a vintage look. And I did the fireplace on my Cricut Explorer, and I inked the edges of it with the Tim Holtz Vintage Photo. And my paper was real, or my ink was real light, because I think my ink pad needs rejuiced, so I don't need to do that. But I think it worked in this occasion because I really didn't want too much dark. I didn't want it too dark, but you know, it does need re-inking because I mean, this is just, I mean, this was after tapping it several times on the ink pad, and it was just perfectly light enough. The brown and the cream here are from my Recollections cardstock that I got at Michael's. And then I will zoom you in so you can get a better look at my little girl. And then I put a name. What I did was I printed it out on my computer, and then I made it a couple of different sizes because I wasn't sure exactly which one I would need. And I can always use white, you know, I keep my scraps, so I can always use white for different things. So it really, you know, I didn't waste a lot of paper. It just took a few right across the top, and the rest of it I saved. So, you know, you're not wasting a lot. And then once you figure it out, you know, if you want to do these for several people with different names, then all you have to do is, once you figure out the right size, just go back and copy paste and fill in those names into that size, and it'll, boop, they'll all automatically be that size. And then I just lined it up with the top of this die, which was a little tricky because the die is solid and it had this little loop. But you just got to kind of keep peeking at it from underneath until you're sure you got it where you want it. And I didn't have any trouble. This was my first time, my first one, and I used these little things kind of as a guide, and so it worked pretty well for me. And yes, it says Traci because Traci is the owner of Art Attack Supply, and I'm going to send this card to her. And I'm not going to write in it. I will put Merry Christmas on the inside, but I'm not going to write in it because I thought she might want to send it out, you know, as one of her Christmas cards so that they know it's from her. It's got her name on it, and her name is spelled with an I, not a Y, like I had always thought Traci was spelled. So it'll be unique, and they'll know that it's her. And she could even make some more of these and put Art Attack across there and use that, you know, to make Christmas cards with too. And I have another idea for this, and I will try to get it done in the next I don't know when. My mother's coming into town for 2 weeks, so I'm not sure how much crafting I will get done, but I will try to get another one done because I have a really neat idea for this, and I thought she looked like a little doll. And then there's the package. There's this one's from the volume 5, which is, I think, Celebration, and this is the volume 2, which is the old Christmas, last year's Christmas, because they just came out with the new Christmas one, which I think is volume 7, which Traci also sells at her store. Isn't that convenient? I love Traci's store. What I'll do is I will put a link to Traci's store in the description box below, and if you're interested in any of the things that you see here, you know, you can find them at her store or contact her and see if she can get them for you. But I don't know about this, but I think she still has some of these in her store, and I know she has that. So I hope you guys like this card. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember, eat healthy and happy crafting. Bye.